Welcome back, Blade fans. We're into the holiday season. And today we're going to take a look at Kizer again, but we're looking at one particular model line, and that has been an enormously successful one for Kizer. It is the Militaw, and the Militaw is named after a butterfly. And the entire line designed by Jonathan Stiles, very well known, becoming even more well known knife designer for Kizer in particular, but also for some other companies, as far as I've seen. And, I do have to apologize that keeping all of this front of mind with all of the knife companies and the plethora of designs coming out these days. I mean, there's like a dozen new designs every week. I kind of tap into it through Instagram, but it is difficult keeping up. Anyway, this was my original Militaw, and the reason this one's in a box is, by the way, Kizer sent this to me for review, and I thank Kizer very much. However, that's my purchase, and that's my purchase, all from White Mountain Knives. And White Mountain Knives, I counted has, I'm not sure they're all not sold out necessarily, but I counted 24 Militaw models on White Mountain Knives, and they come in such a variety of not only handle colors, but also blade steels. It's really crazy. So this was my original one in titanium and a really nice black micarta, and that is a bead blasted titanium frame. It is a frame lock titanium clip, and what you'd call kind of a polished stonewash, because you can see the stonewash texture there, and it is glossy, so it's an interesting finish. Very so incredibly smooth on bearings, easily finger flicked, and look at that's just dropped shut. And front flipper design as well. There you go. Got to switch to the left hand when I do that for reasons that I won't bore you with. So nice inserted with 4 screws scale, kind of an inlay. And really, the design is really, I would say, modern and really very artful. So that's my original. That's an S35VN, as well as the titanium. Then I said, well, they brought in a budget line, and this was about $63, $65, something like that, crazy on White Mountain. It is now a liner lock with a visible liner. And this one is in the Ultim, and I'm kind of a sucker still for the Ultim, with few exceptions. I will generally try to get an Ultim model. And this was in, let's see, Nitro V, I believe. No, 154. So they're spanning the gamut from 154 to Nitro V to S45VN to M390. They're using about every possible blade steel. Not sure, and none of them are in D2 as far as I know, but they could be. Who knows? While we're talking about that, I will show you on my phone, without boring you to death by scrolling through my phone here. Here are the models available at White Mountain of the Militaw, and most of them are available. There's a notify me. When you see a notify me, it means out of stock. Look at this. Look at that one. That is in G10 and Nitro V. $54 for that one. Really nuts. I mean, then there's the fixed blade, which I'll show you in a minute. And the fixed blade comes in a variety of steels. I mean, I'll leave you the general link up at White Mountain. Look at it. I mean, don't have time to show them all to you. That's why I leave you links, and you can see them for yourself on your own device, phone, tablet, PC, television. Then we had and I did reviews on that one, and this one. This one is in what they're calling a camo on White Mountain, but it's really kind of a copper infused carbon fiber for the handle on this one, and the blade steel on this one is S35VN. It's black, and it's aluminum for the frame. Very nice thick steel. We've got double rows of jimping here, one up front, one back here, and one back here. Actually, that runs all the way up a couple of inches. Really comfortable in the hand. And what's interesting too is the fixed blade is almost the same size, only ever so slightly larger than the folders. All right, so we're going to take a look at what's in the box, what Kizer sent me, and give you a little preview right there. Okay, with the stock number and everything and the blade length. And the Militaw also is coming in a mini version, I think. Don't have one. I believe they have done a smaller version of it. Yeah, still got the bag hanging on there. And since we're upscale here on these, and there's a little bit about the knife. I'm not going to see. Am I going to take it out? I don't know. I'll just show you quickly what's in the box. Extra screws. That when the knife was made, wow, this is 47 of 100. Didn't know that. Hand brushed satin finish. Wow. Made in November 2024. And Christmas card in case you want to give it away. And a whole bunch of stickers. Personally, I think the stickers are kind of hilarious and silly. I don't know, kind of got that Asian flair to them where they like those silly little animal things. And I know Vosti does a lot of that too. And a microfiber cloth. Okay, got that done, and we can move on. Let's get everything off the table if we can. In the pouch here is a Mars fat carbon. What do they call this? Got to get the name right, or somebody's going to be disappointed somewhere out there in YouTube land. It is called Fat Carbon Mars Valley Inlay. So it is a true fat carbon, as far as I know. It is not their invention. I know there's a lot of fat carbon lookalikes that aren't truly the fat carbon, but this is from the Fat Carbon Company, Mars Valley. Look at that. Oh, it's knocking my background. Running out of room, like I always say. We've got the inlay on both sides. It is titanium, blackened. And let's take a look at the blade. That is a beautiful hand brushed finish, satin finish. Really nice. Longitudinal lines there. So the nice thing about that is you get a little scratch or two, you may not see it. And M390 on this guy, I'm not sure they even left room for, no, it's not billboarded. Because of this finish, they're not putting anything on the blade like they do with their lower end stuff. That's interesting. I'm going to pull that out of the frame for just a moment to eyeball it up close. And no, I'm not seeing it. Nope, it's not on the tang. So that is cool. Same exact profile as these other two. Let's put them in order of, oh, there's a piece of, they load the box with confetti, by the way, as kind of a holiday thing. So there is the new one that they sent me. This is a pricey knife, so I do thank them for it. I think it's up over $2 bills. 2 C notes, that is, not the bigger ones. Got to go custom if you want to get a knife for $2 grand, right? Have to be one of those high-end Microtechs or what have you. So beautiful knife, smooth as all Dickens, just nuts. They all are. Look at that. I mean, that is just, it just wants to drop. But when it's open, is it solid? Absolutely, rock solid. So what I found with the frame locks is they open a little easily. I mean, there's not a whole lot of pressure there. And that's probably part of the reason they drop so easy, is that lock bar is not pressing too hard. It is kind of a bolster lock, really. Here's your bolster up here, and the rest of it is, you know, bolster lock being a type of frame lock. So it's attached to the frame underneath here. It's a little bit of a cutout under there. There is weight relieving on these guys. You can probably see it inside there. I'm not going to bother with the flashlight today. And weight relieving weight relieving is very evident on the Ultim because you can see clear through, and you don't have to peek inside. And we have it here as well. Yep, absolutely. And there. See it more clearly on the silvery titanium. This obviously is not weight relieved, or perhaps it is on the tang of the blade underneath. I have not removed the scale inserts, and not sure how this works, but these are permanent. I don't know if they're permanently attached or not. I think I got to try that. If I take the 4 screws out on each side, I'm wondering if, yeah, there's you know, what looks like a pivot screw is really a screw that's securing the scales, the aluminum scales, onto the tang, I would guess. Great feeling knife. I mean, it feels really neutral. So should you want to hold it edge in, point down for pical, absolutely you can. Although it's designed a little more as an outdoor knife, I would say. But there they are. In order of price, this one's coming in, I think, around 60 bucks. I'm just going to give you a ballpark on that. This one came in, I think, around 150. I'll give you a link to all the Militaws, and then you can look up whichever one you want. Think that they're doing a sale on Kizer at the moment. So check out Kizer, but I'm also going to give you the link to White Mountain if you want to purchase there. Use my discount code OLDSWORD or OG-Blade. Should have given you the OG-Blade first, because that is my current name. Getting all confused now. They are sharp too. Is the new one sharp? Better be. Oh yeah. Oh man, it's a laser. It is really cool. Really coolly sharp. All right. Well, folks, there you go. Kizer Militaw, named after a butterfly. And you can look that one up too if you want. OG Blade signing out. You're going to see a little logo right here now. Click on that and you can subscribe if you haven't already. You get notified every time there's a new video drop or other eventful thing happening. Be well, take care, see you soon.